Okay, I think it looks like it's working now. Hello, it looks like it's working now. God, that was a pain in the rear end. What took so long? Ah, it's just OBS crap. It's just OBS crap. Hello again. Stupid TikTok, honestly, does my head in. It's such a stupid place to be. It's one of the most difficult, toxic things to play around with. All right, so it looks like we're rejecting off this key area here, right? And I might actually start TikTok anyway in the background so they can see my side of my face, because no one else wants to join me on here other than whatever. I'll just put that there. There we go. You can join me. You can see the side of my face. Um, yeah, it looks like we're rejecting off that key zone, right? Which is not fantastic, obviously. Um, but let's see what happens if we don't break the Monday high. I think we're going to be pretty good. Let me just add this on there. 1 second. Yeah, so guys, my live is restricted, so oh wow, it's weird doing on my phone. 1 second. How do I work this thing? I haven't done it on my phone in ages. 1 second. Yeah, come over to the other side, because I'm not going to be looking at this. Let me just put this here. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so it looks like we're rejecting off that that level there. So we'll see. At this present moment, there's still no real clarity of what's happening. We're just bouncing around a super key area. Like we are at peak. We're peak cliff mode at the moment. Now it looks like the market. I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone. What is ringing? What is ringing? Hey, those guys, how you doing? There's a phone ringing in this room, but I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone. Anyway, whatever. I'll just ignore it. I think it might be coming from the internet box. It's freaking me out a little bit. There's no sound. Yo, is there no sound on the tube? There must be. There must be sound on the tube. Oh, it's working. Okay, cool. Yeah. So look, we're having a reaction off that key level. I told everyone onto the. Is there something trapped in the ceiling? What? What do you mean? Yeah, so I'm not going to be looking at any of the questions here, my man. I apologize. Someone keeps reporting my lives on TikTok, so I have to do it somewhere else. So I'll be looking at everyone on the questions on the main show here. Yeah, so that's where we are. So we're rejecting that key point that I showed everyone on the Alpha Hunters group, right? We're in a very unusual place at the moment. So it looks like we've regained into into the trend line, but the thing is, there's so much liquid, there's so much down here. Like, I call it liquidity, but it's actually a gap. There's so much here that it can take. So to me, welcome to London, guys. I'm in a good neighborhood as well. Welcome to London. So there's so much liquidity that it could take from the bottom of that area, and it's quite unusual that it's sitting at the way it is right now. They shouldn't be rallying at the moment. Like the USDT and the Bitcoin shouldn't be. I mean, to be honest, it should be going down, but for market structure, actual graph structure, and price action, they should be rallying. Maybe it's not having. There isn't enough strength for this to move through, because if we look at if because I have a terminal here, Binance terminal. No one else has it. In it, brief. The Binance terminal. Look, on the trading range that we have at this present moment is between 72,000 and 65,000. It's a massive range, right? There is a humongous range that we're playing with at this present moment. And what was it now? Let's build that up again. So that's 72,000. So it's 72,000 all the way down to 65. That's the trading range. So that's so that's the current trading range that we're playing with right now. Right, so we're in this current trading range right now, which means absolutely nothing to play with. But if it breaks any of this, the upper band and the lower band, it's going to be aggressive movement. Not partly small movements, but we're talking about aggressive movements that we're going from here. So we're in a bit of an interesting place at this present moment, and I don't know how what to play of it. We are on a larger scale structure here, right? So we do have what a lot of people talk about right now. Let me just get rid of all these lines. These lines are annoying. Whatever. Let me just get rid of all this. We are currently sitting in a place right now where, let's get rid of these lower lines here as well. Make it cleaner. We are currently sitting in an environment where it's tried to break back into range. It's really tried to break back into range, but that rejection that we're getting, whether it's a confirmed on the daily, because look, right now, until we get 3 confirmed candles underneath that range that I'm showing on the tube, right? Unless we see that confirmation there, the third one, and a break below that Monday high, nothing right now gives any indication that this thing will break down further. The only thing that's playing in this manner is whether the US I mean, it's opened, but in like half an hour we will start seeing the real volume, right, of what's going to happen. Also going to be suffering hard, that's for sure. Look, because if we look at the true USDT dominance, this is true USDT dominance. No one else will show you this because everyone else just looks at Bitcoin dominance, but that's not a fair representation, because Bitcoin dominance at this present moment also includes stable coins, and that gives a false result. We're coming into a very, very critical area as well. So as this is starting to move up, and the trend is still up, we're still on the upward trend here. Altcoins are going to be suffering a lot, especially if Bitcoin all of a sudden, sorry about what are you sorry about? If Bitcoin all of a sudden gets a pullback, it's going to be quite difficult, right? It's going to be a difficult moment for altcoins. It's hard to say. Right now, it's really, really hard to say where we are and what this describes at this present moment. It could go either way. It really could go either way. Now, this rallying of the USDT dominance, right, usually indicates that markets look weak. But if we reject off the Monday low, then that could change quite rapidly. But if we regain the Monday low, then that's real bad. That's really, really bad, and we will go down aggressively. See, this is the thing this is the thing that's really key to understand. What the Monday low and the Monday low on USDT dominance and the Monday high on Bitcoin on the Bitcoin chart, they relate to each other perfectly. And a regain of that is absolute, that's nosedive, cliff territory, right? Now we'll see. Right now we've had a little bit of a gain back into range above some key EMAs, which aren't fantastic, right? Which points towards this going down more and continuing to go down more. But we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Right now, we had the test of a key level here, which got rejected, and it's going to move up. But we'll see. Let it see if we can pass the 7.737 area. If it doesn't pass those areas, then this could be a fake out. Because look, this could also be is manipulation before we get distribution into the to the opposite direction. Because look, if we look carefully here, we've seen this play out several times before as well, right? We've seen this play out several times before. We happened before at the previously, where we had this form of a channel, right, which could reject off this, and it comes exactly in line with the 200-day moving average. If it rejects off there, then this could rally quite aggressively. It's all dependent on where we're sitting at this present moment. So it's hard to see what direction to go. But the key point right now is that Monday low. If that Monday low is tapped, and it rejects off there, and we see it close below this trend line, it's good for a long. If not, then we're in a difficult scenario right now, and it will go down a lot harder. Let's see. Right now, nothing is really clear. We have to see. Oh, although yeah. It's not liking it though. Oh god, yeah, that's not looking very good. There's no point in sharing it. TikTok is as something against my life, so I'm doing it on another platform, unfortunately. This pivot point that you see here is extremely important. But anyway, any other questions? Anything you guys want to talk about at this present moment before we get to another place? Anything you guys want me to look at? Was there even anyone on? Ah, nice. 16 people. Lovely. I appreciate it. See, this is what I mean. We'll see. We'll see what the scenario of where this is going to go at the moment. Right now, like especially now. Oh, what did I just do? There you go. Even that pivot point right now in this scenario is, just because it rejects off this zone doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to go down further. It could just be that it's trying to go down and grab more liquidity. Oh yeah, I'm getting a bit tired. Fast. I think we head lower. There is a chance. There is a chance. All I will say is this, right? All I will say is this. Until we break any key. Thank you so much, and consider following and all that kind. I do daily updates as well. Until we see a clear break underneath the Monday high, or we break this 71,271, that region there. Until we break either of the, you see what the circle is between those two. Until we break any of those, any big news coming out this week, I think we might have. 1 second. Unless I'm mistaken, we have inflationary numbers coming out. Unless I'm mistaken. Wait, why is this not working? There we go. Let me just check. 1 second. Let me just check. There's the 9th, right? Yeah. You have CPI tomorrow. That's going to be huge. That is going to be huge. Like, really, really, that's going to be something else. If the CPI numbers come in hot, and I just don't see how it's not going to come in hot. I just don't see it. I don't see how all this crap that's happening in the Middle East, with there being totally almost no clarity on the understanding of whether there's a deal or not. But I just don't see it. Do you think CPI is priced in? I don't think so. The markets don't look like they're reacting as if it's priced in. They seem to think that inflation is not an issue. This is where they're sitting at the moment. They seem to think that inflation is not an issue. And that's the problem. If it looks like they think that inflation is not an issue. And although Bitcoin is having its a wobble moment right now, even though these payments that are going through the Strait of Hormuz are going to be completely and utterly reliant on crypto payments and the yuan. I mean, I was showing something today, right? I was showing something today on X. I'll try and find it again, right? Let's see if I can find this. There's a report that came out where there's a huge amount of ships, Chinese ships that is, that is dependent on are passing through without their transponders being on. Now, if that's the case, then the markets are only thinking about what its relevant effects would be to the USA, right? That's what they're thinking of. And if these tolls are being done within what's it called? If these tolls are being done in cryptocurrency or anything on that standard, then we should see some entry into the market. But I think the difficulty of the market's scenario right now, where inflation is going to be, it's going to knock on people's doors. These pumps are pumps from news and news only. That's it. It's just a news-related move that's happening. And that news-related move is not sustainable unless there is fundamentals to hold it down. I mean, look, we've had this right now. This is how nuts this is. This is why I'm trying to think outside the box right now. I don't think it will show in this one, but it could do. It really could do. It really could show in this one. It didn't show in the previous one, but it could definitely show in this one. Definitely show in this one. Because one of the larger proponents to CPI is energy, right? Things that cost to reheat your home, cars, what you spend on petrol cost is one of the highest weighted factors in CPI. So it definitely could show. Definitely could show. So, and if it does, this market right now is hanging on the expectation. It's literally hanging on the expectation that there's going to be a deal and this thing doesn't go on for too long. And if inflation starts to hike up, we're going to be in problem level. Tomorrow is extremely important, unbelievably important for this market. But that doesn't necessarily say that we can't rally from here. Nothing about the position that we're in right now says that we cannot rally If we break back into this channel and find support above this 71, 72,000 level, it's going to be, the moves are going to be aggressive, upwards, aggressive. So this is what I mean by the we're in, look at where we are right now. We're in this sort of, this pocket here where it's oblivion underneath the Monday high and Valhalla if it's above 70, say 72,000. Not even that, it would have to be high, but let's say 72,000. that's where we're sitting. Fun times, guys. Every day, what I find, it's a beautiful state of affairs where we sit and just reminisce on how annoyingly difficult it is to trade this market right now. I mean, just look at this. Like the VIX right now, the VIX is playing on the factor that there is virtually all normality in volatility in the market. They're foregone, still on the, oh, a ceasefire has been done. Doesn't matter what anyone has said. Even though Donald Trump today came out with this crazy tweet. Check out this tweet. What is this, man? I mean, I'm not even going to listen to the tweets anymore. It's like, it doesn't even matter anymore because everything he says is absolutely insane. Like, it's insane. Read this thing. Look at this. All U.S. ships, aircrafts, and military personnel with additional ammunition, weaponry, and anything else that is appropriate and necessary for lethal prosecution and destruction of an already substantially degraded enemy will remain in place and around Iran until each time as the real agreement reached is fully complied with. If for any reason it is not, which is hugely unlikely, then the shooting stars bigger and better and stronger than anyone else has ever seen before. It was agreed. It was agreed a long time ago, and despite all the fake rhetoric to the contrary, no nuclear weapons and the Strait of Hormuz will be open and safe. In the meantime, our military is loading up and resting, looking forward actually to the next conquest. America is back. I mean, it's got to a point where I just don't care about what he says anymore, because everything he says is absolute insanity. It's absolute insanity at this moment. What does that mean? See, how can you read that and think that everything's okay? This is the thing, right? This is where we're sitting at. We're in this scenario where we have a leader that's just going on full warmongering mode, and there is no clarity, zero clarity right now, zero. But alas, we go with what the market is showing, and the market right now, for some like, we'll see. It's a waiting game at the where's the I can't play tunes because I'm on the tube on TikTok doesn't allow it keeps reporting my live, so I'm on here for some random reason. It allows random people to report live, so I'm just not going to be on there. Oh, I will do, but it'll be on this manner. So if you want to see what I'm looking at, enjoying, you know what to do. But yeah, that's where we are at the moment. And we're coming to a key point now. See, if the Monday low is it's rejected from there, and it holds and reclaims underneath that trend line, we're going to be pumping like crazy. And to be honest, if I was to look at the graph right now like this and the way it's looking, it looks like it should be rallying from here. Because sometimes what you can get is that the market can reject from this area because there is a lot of supply. There is a lot of sell orders sitting here. and it can go down and grab some liquidity, which will most probably be sitting around this Monday high area, right? Or even around here, but about here, I would say, around the 70,400, 70,500. Grab that and then rally aggressively from there. I'm expecting some sort of bullish news to come from Donald Trump when it gets to that area. Every time things start to get a bit smelly, I said that 95,000 is an area where we would most probably see, if it regains that, we're going to see a further acceleration. This isn't the true price of oil. The true price of oil is $125 delivered in the US. Hullabalooza. Yeah, that's the thing. All right, any questions? If not, anything else you guys want to ask about? Everyone's being very quiet right now. I think that's because there's no music. I'm new to the UK. Ah, fantastic. Congratulations. Welcome to a relevant, different type of crazy. But yeah, we'll see what happens from there. Oh, yeah. No questions, nothing else. If not, I might call it quits and we can start a new from tomorrow and see what happens from there. And I can start my. So your YouTube great insight. Thank you so much. Appreciate TA, dude. No problem, man. It's hard right now. It's possibly the hardest moment to have to do technical analysis, because every single day there is some other high impact news at the moment. Every single day. It's an environment right now where it's very, very difficult to trade. Really difficult to trade. But anyway, look, I appreciate it. It's a short one. I'll catch you guys later, and we can maybe try and understand what's going on with the TikTok, because I like playing music in the day. So what's the point if I'm not playing music? You know what I mean? Anyway, okay.